Alright guys, it is time for the Ultra Buuhan equipment guide. This guy actually does have access to a lot of pretty good equipment. Um, it's pretty extensive, as you can see from the top row. Um, as per usual, we will start off with the most optimal equipment, then we'll move on to team and unit specific equipment, and then we'll move on to defensive equipment. One thing to note is in terms of build, you want to build this guy pretty much fully, either fully offensively or mixed build, more leaning towards offensive. This guy obviously has his 3 auto counters, which pretty much, you know, what's the word for it? It makes his defense as less of an issue. But you still want some defense because, you know, he's still susceptible to blooms and ultimates. And what I found is this guy, outside of his ult, or outside of his counter, is actually kind of squishy. Even through buff removal, he doesn't have any kind of second life, which I don't have an issue with. I don't think every Ultra should have a second life. But, you know, it's there. You know, we know the situation right now. There's so many hard-hitting units. The Blue Gohan, Gogeta, all these insanely powerful units. So if you are able to somehow work around his counter, which I found to be pretty easy to do, if you are able to work around his counter, then, you know, you just have to be really careful. Because, again, this guy's pretty squishy. So yeah, let's go ahead and just jump into it really quickly. Alright, so the first equipment, as every Majin Buu Saga character should be using, if you're not, you're doing something wrong, is going to be this Buu Saga unique equipment. This came out with, I believe it was 6th anniversary units, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So yeah, 15% HP, 30% base defenses, 25% base offenses. To this day, we don't know what they were thinking when they dropped this, but every Majin Buu Saga should be using this, and Buuhan is no exception. 100% must run, no matter what. It's not even a question. Next up is this one. This is for regen. This is giving double defenses, and it's giving either or to both base and pure offense per tag regen. And as Buuhan is a very traditional melee type, aka he has a lot more strike than blast tag, you want to build this guy's strike, of course. So focus on the strike slot for this equipment. This is an awakened equipment, so this might take some effort and quite a bit of luck to roll good first slot. Good luck on that. Up next is a very similar equipment. It is actually the awakened equipment that dropped with this Buuhan. This is very similar to the equipment we just looked at. This is just very more so offensively focused, giving 12% blue card damage, 25% both base offenses, and then 5% to pure strike attack per regen battle member. This is also really good equipment. In terms of which one's better between this one and this one, I feel like you can go either way. If you want a more defensive build on Buuhan, you can definitely go with this one, but I think this one might have a slight edge, just because the blue card damage is so important for a character that has type neutral blues off of 3 auto counters. But yeah, I feel like this one is a very important equipment you can have. Up next is going to be, I'm actually going to move this one up. This one. This is for regen and red. This is the unique equipment that released with Buuhan. This is giving 15% base defense, base strike defense, 15% to both blue card and ultimate damage, and 38% to base strike attack. So a lot of base strike attack. This is a very well-rounded equipment. Again, blue card damage is very important for this Buuhan, and as well as ultimate damage, because I'm pretty sure he goes type neutral on his main. Yes, he does. So having that extra ultimate damage will definitely help a lot. Very strong base stat equip, maybe his best, arguably his best base stat equipment. So this definitely works when you have him higher stars, but this will work especially well if you have him at like 5 stars or 8 stars, 1 or 2 copies. Up next is also a very good base stat equipment. This is either regen or android. It's giving 15% base strike attack, 20% base blast attack, then 10% to HP blue card and ultimate. Obviously the main caveat of this is it's giving more blast attack, but honestly, you're focusing more so on this last slot here. HP blue card damage and ultimate damage is a very good combo, and this is very offensive based with HP, which is a very important statistic, or base stat, of course. Up next is another base stat equipment. This one's kind of just like a filler option. Slot 1's 10% to crit rate, or base critical, and 10% health restoration. I don't know why they put critical when they could just give it an HP. And then 30% base offenses. This is for Buu Saga, or Majin Buu, and this is also an Awaken equipment. Pretty good. Again, critical is kind of non-factor here, so really you're just looking at these 3 statistics. Not bad, but you know, there's better. The other base, this one especially, is a lot better than this one. And this one. This is for Majin Buu Saga. This is an Awaken equipment from long time ago. This is giving 12% base defenses, 8% base HP, and then 15% base offenses. Again, this is another filler one, in case you don't have anything better. And you can obviously see that this is an older equipment just based on the numbers here. You know, 12%, 15%, and 8% HP. But it's an alt-K equipment. It's giving decent all-around stats, so if you don't have anything else, this is a pretty good option for you. Alright, up next, we're going to take a look at some of these pure stat equipment that aren't really necessary, but you could definitely include. This one is for Majin Buu Saga. This is an Awakened equipment from one of the Buu Saga campaigns. I'm pretty sure it was the second one with Majin Vegeta, maybe? I'm pretty sure. And Gotenks. But this is giving 12% special move and ult damage, which, of course, again, is important to Buuhan. And then either 22% base blast or strike attack. So, obviously, you want strike attack for Buuhan. And then you're getting 10% to pure offenses both if a battle member other than this character is Buu Saga. Now, right now, the best Buu Saga unit that you can use next to this guy is going to be Ultra Kid Buu. Probably the only viable unit, except maybe this Red Gotenks who got his Zenkai this or last week. He's very good. That's a good option. Not bad. Actually pretty good, but you know, there's so many options for this guy. Pretty good equipment if you don't have anything else. This one is for Powerful Opponent. This is a co-op equipment, so this is going to be a hassle to grind if you don't have one up already. This is 10% special move and ultimate damage. A lot of this combo is going to be really important for Buuhan. 18% base defenses and then 10% to pure offenses when 3 battle members are Powerful Opponent. The numbers on this one are a little low. So this is just kind of like a third option if you don't have anything better. Not bad though. Powerful Opponent has very good units right now. We can just take a look. Powerful Opponent, we have CMZ, we have Frieza's kind of a pick right now. Super Janemba can still do work. Ultra Kid Buu, of course, is a monster. 13's one of Buuhan's best partners. He is everyone's best partners. Red Zamasu can be decent. This guy's in Z tier boost, so he can make some work. Top 10 baby, let's go. No. Anyone else? I think that's it. This guy got a unique semi recently. You could maybe make him work. But yeah, those are the main units. Powerful Opponent is in a pretty nice spot right now. So if you want, that equipment could be a decent third option. Now, moving on to defensive equipment. First one is going to be this one. This is for Regen and Awaken equipment. This is giving 15% base blast defense, and then slot 2 is giving 15% to both base defenses, and then for slot 3 is base blast attack 20%, and then 5% to strike defense pure per Regen battle member. The blast attack is whatever. You're looking at the defenses for these. So in total, you're going to be getting 30% base blast defense, 15% base strike defense, and then 15% to pure strike defense per if you have a full Regen lineup. Pretty good. Not bad. It isn't my go-to defensive equip. Let's move this up. This would be this is for Buu Saga. This is the PvP equipment for this season. 10% health restoration and 12% base HP, as well as 20% to base and pure strike defense if character is tagged Regen. Yeah, HP restoration, insane combo, and then you're getting pure defenses here. on top of the base defense, this is his best defensive equipment. But again, I don't really feel the need to build this guy defensively. So yeah, it's there. And finally, this one. This is for units that are both regen and powerful opponent. This is the co-op equipment from this season. So it's going to be kind of hard. There's no Bonanza up right now, so you're going to have to be really lucky if you're trying to roll this. This is giving either base, blast, or strike defense, 25%, then 18% to pure or base defenses, and then 15% to pure defenses when 3 battle members are regen. Pretty good equipment. Regen is actually went from 0 to hero in this one campaign alone. We just take a look. Regen. We got CMZ. We had Kid Buu with his plat, the Nemba, Metal Cooler, and DKP. Yeah, sure, dude. Again, Red Zamasu, Super Baby 2, yeesh. Z tier Evil Buu, and the Orange Piccolo. So the go-to regen team right now would be double Ultra Buu on top of Orange Piccolo. And so you could actually find pretty good use on this if you're trying to build him defensively. But realistically, if you are using the double Buu Orange Piccolo team, the one you're building defensively probably is going to be Orange Piccolo, just because he has so much bulk with his 2 unique equipments, his Revive, etc., and his Disrupt. So yeah, this is a decent equip, but again, he's not really filling that defensive role. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the equipment guide for Ultra Buu Gohan Exorb. Just as recap, go to like 100%, run this no matter what. Good, these two are good for full regen lineup offensive. This is a good his best base stat equipment. And you know, you have all of these options up here. If you guys need to see again, just scroll back in the video. And his best defensive option is this one. He has access to some pretty good equipment. Pretty good, really good. So good luck on equipment grinding, especially with no Bonanza up at the time of my recording. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Super, or what is it, Legend Super Vegito coming next, or I guess this week, depending on when I post this. But yeah, have fun, and I'll see you guys then.